Shalom, Akim. All right, Shalom, Shalom. Ahab Kwayim Shah, Yasha Allah. This is your brother Zachariah Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, coming with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, this be edifying to the Lord's elect. Before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Wachahakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well and who teach well. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. And shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. To you Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. I want to say peace and blessings to you all, Barakatham. All right. So I was watching this video. I didn't get far into it. Apparently the guy's live right now. But this is AMTV, and says breaking. Iran is winning the war. Trump withdraws as tech oligarchs seize power. All right. One thing I've noticed. All right. I don't know if you've noticed as well, but the more this administration, the more Donald Trump and all this stuff is going on, the more this is happening all around you, you know what I'm saying? All around this Edomite here. All right. The more this is going on, the older this guy is looking. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed that. The older this guy is looking. Him with all of his money, he's on this island, you know what I'm saying? He's doing well for himself. And still this guy is extremely irritated, aggravated, you know what I'm saying, yelling and crashing out, you know what I'm saying? Like this guy is he's a good example of what you could perceive MAGA as, you know what I'm saying? He's a good example of this. These you got to talk about a group of people pretty much who believed in this whole facade that was painted to them, that was brought to them, you know what I'm saying, that was shown to them, and they believed it. They believed this fallacy. They believed the lies that was told. They believed that this character, all right, Nero 47 was going to be the one that was going to drain out the swamp, the one that was going to expose all the oligarchs, the one that was going to bring balance to the force, if you will, the one who was going to put all the niggers in their place and, stop the immigrants, stop Jacob from outperforming Edomites, outperforming so-called white people, you know what I'm saying, who's going to stop them from overrunning and outbreeding them. You see what I'm saying? The whole 9 yards. All right, Salakia. Turn these off. All right. So he pretty much represents that type of mentality, you know what I'm saying, where he was going to come in and he was going to do the unthinkable. He was going to expose the PDF files, you know what I'm saying. He was going to make America great again. And everywhere you look, he's doing the complete opposite. All right. He told you he was not going to go into a war. He brought you into war. Okay. He told you that there was going to be, more affordable affordable groceries and things of that nature. All right, everything is skyrocketing. Gas is shooting through the roof. You know what I'm saying? Groceries are at an all-time high. Nobody can pay for their rent and mortgage and what have you. Okay. And the more that this persists, these Edomites are crashing out. All right, they're losing it. But at the same time, they can't call a spade a spade. At the same time, they can't say that this dude is a menace to society, if you will. They cannot go against this dude Trump. You see what I'm saying? They can't do it. They cannot do it because they built their entire platforms around, around supporting him. They built their brands around this. They've they built an identity surrounding a man and not the principles that they perceived he was going to stand on. You see what I'm saying? And so here you have these people who are losing it, and it's showing day by day to where it's they're coming up looking older, looking more depressed and so on and so forth. So that's what I get when I see this guy. All right. Where he has to admit that things are not going well. He has to admit that things are out of control. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he'll say the deep state, he'll say the oligarchs, he'll say this and that, but he won't say Trump. You see what I'm saying? He won't say that this guy is an absolute servant of those, all right, who he claimed he was against. Okay. And I find this to be a very interesting conundrum that these maggers find themselves in. Okay. And like I brought out during camp, you know what I'm saying, earlier today, that this administration has proven without a shadow of a doubt how cowardly these Americans are, these maggers are, these Edomites are. You see what I'm saying? Truly. So without further ado, man, I want to get this started. All right. Just let this video play a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just let the spirit work. All right. So bear with me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, God bless you. Jesus Christ is freaking keep me beat to the freaking movement beat to the freaking move. I've got a big episode today. Ladies and gentlemen, Iran is winning the war. The tech oligarchs are seizing power. We must pray for Donald Trump and this great nation. I, of course, will break all of this down and a whole lot more here at islandproject.com. Trump actually considering a brutal withdrawal of Iran after failing to remove the mullahs and the Ayatollah and the Khomeini family, considering an actual failure withdrawal in the Middle East. Now, earlier this morning, Benjamin Netanyahu bitch-slapped Donald Trump, said no, that they will not stop the attack on Gaza until Hamas is completely eradicated. Also, 24/7 live news, ABC. Iran says the strait will not open until the United States, quote, corrects its behavior. That's what Iran thinks of you. That's what the Iranians think of Donald Trump. No deal. No deal. Israel rejects Donald Trump's peace deal. No deal. Israel rejects Trump's Board of Peace plan for Gaza as Netanyahu demands full disarmament of Hamas before withdrawing.
Did you really think that America was in control here? Did you really think that DJ Trump who's in control here. You see what I'm saying? Look at this guy. He's looking older and older and older as I see him. Every time I see him, he looks older and older. All right. This is why we're in such a profitable position, if you will. You know what I'm saying? To where, because we know what comes next. We know, as this guy is talking about, we need to pray for our troops, pray for our king, Donald Trump, pray for America. Yes, sir. You see what I'm saying? As you see this stuff going on, all right, these jokers know that their kingdom is falling. They know that this is the end of the empire. They know that. All right? And they still remain delusional, willfully ignorant. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, he just can't say it. He can't fix his lips to say it. None of these maggers can. None of these people, all right, who built their image around this guy, none of them can do it. You see what I'm saying? But we the hopeful elect, you know what I'm saying? Beginning with the men of the Lord, all right. The true prophets. We know what comes next. We know the end game. We knew from jump that there was going to be no peace. We knew that. Because we are occupied in prophecy. These Christians have no clue. They don't know. This is why they're talking about pray for America. This is why they say God bless America, is because they don't understand prophecy. If you did, then you would understand that America is Babylon the Great, mentioned of in Revelation chapter 17. You see what I'm saying? Mystery Babylon. This is that whore that sits on many waters. This is that place. You see what I'm saying? And they still can't see it. But if they knew prophecy, then they would understand that, of course, Israel would bitch slap Trump and say, you're not pulling out anywhere. You're not going anywhere, buddy. You're stuck here. You stay here. This is where you stay. This is where you end. You see what I'm saying? They can't go anywhere. As I was at camp this morning, you know what I'm saying, and I was speaking on what's going on with this war in Iran, and I'm looking at these Edomites staring at me. You know what I'm saying? But they know the truth. They know the truth. They all know the truth. These people, these Edomites can't go anywhere. They gotta stay in this thing. They're stuck here. They're stuck in this conflict. They can't go forward. They can't go backwards. They can't go to the sides, nowhere. They are stuck right here. You see what I'm saying? Right here. No matter which way they go, they're fucked. This thing escalates even further. What do? Now you got the analysts talking and saying, hey man, they're running out of missiles. America's running out of missiles. They're running out of armament. They're running out of all these options. They're running. Scott Ritter is saying, what are they going to hit them with? They're going to bring this massive attack. With what? With what? With what? You see what I'm saying? So of course this guy is talking about pulling out. Of course he's talking about withdrawing. Of course he's talking about a peace deal with Iran. We're talking about peace. We're looking for peace. We're trying to get a peace deal going. Of course he's talking about that. Of course he's saying that. Because they have nothing to fight with. Of course they're talking about draft coming soon. Of course they are. Because there's no other way. There is no other way. They're running out of options, and the only one they're going to have left is the one that guarantees their demise. Because they know that no other country is going to accept that option. No other country is going to stand by and support that or remain silent when it comes to that option. Not China, not Russia, not Pakistan, not India, not North Korea. You see what I'm saying? Not Great Britain, not Germany, nothing. They're losing allies left and right. You see what I'm saying? Nobody will come to your aid. Because you've allowed these people to draw you into this conflict where there was a lose-lose situation for the world. You see what I'm saying? Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Who is the least of the flock? It is Israel. It's these Amalekites, these small hats, these people who call themselves JOOs. They are the least of the flock. Their country is no more than what, 80 years old? Yet they have all this influence throughout the world. Yet they have the pull. They pull the strings. You're literally watching. Let me take that back. Let me take this back. Huh? Let me take this back.
Family, considering an actual failure with big episode today. Ladies and gentlemen, Iran is winning the war. The tech oligarchs are seizing power. We must pray for Donald Trump.
What are you talking about praying for Donald Trump? He's the one who's giving them the power. He's the one that's getting on camera telling you that you have to accept it, that you have to stop fighting against these oligarchs. He's telling you that. You see what I'm saying?
And this great nation. I, of course, will break all of this down and a whole lot more here at islandproject.com. Trump actually considering a brutal withdrawal of Iran after failing to remove the mullahs and the Ayatollah and the Khomeini family, considering an actual failure withdrawal in the Middle East. Now, earlier this morning, Benjamin Netanyahu bitch-slapped Donald Trump, said no, that they will not stop the attack on Gaza until Hamas is completely eradicated. Also, 24/7 live news, ABC. Iran says the strait will not open until the United States, quote, corrects its behavior. That's what Iran thinks of you.
That's what Iran, that's what the Persians think of you Edomites. That's what the Persians think of you Edomites. That's how they see you Edomites, because you are out of control. Either you want to accept that or not, you Edomites are out of fucking control. You see what I'm saying? And Gaza was a part of that peace deal. Lebanon was a part of that peace deal. All these things with Syria and all that, all right, Damascus, it was all a part of this MOU, this Memorandum of Understanding, and the ceasefire. It was a deal that Trump desperately needed, and these Amalekites refused to allow them to sustain it. You see what I'm saying? You're stuck in this thing until the bitter end. And here it is, you're running out of gas, you're running out of fuel. We just had the CEO of Shell Diesel. We just had the CEO of the company Shell Diesel coming out and saying that we are running out of fuel. That we have roughly a little over a month, about 40 days left of fuel. It's about to get nasty. It's about to get real ugly. Real ugly. You see what I'm saying? There's no way out of it. Let's go to Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna sit here and subject you to a whole hour worth of this guy screaming. You know what I'm saying? But oh my goodness, man, it's coming. It's coming, and they see the writings on the wall, and maggers like this character right here. Okay, they can't call out a spade. They can't call a spade, man. They can't sit here and say that this character, this orange bastard over there, has sold you all out. They can't admit it. He sold you out to the highest bidder. And all these oligarchs that you're talking about, they just so happen to be small hats. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 5. Thus saith the Lord power, and evil, and only evil, behold, is come. An end is come, the end is come. It watcheth for thee, behold, it is come. The morning is come unto thee, O thou that dwellest in the land. The time is come, the day of trouble is near, and not the sounding again of the mountains.
That's what the Iranians think of Donald Trump. No deal. No deal. Israel rejects Donald Trump's peace deal. No deal. Israel rejects Trump's board of peace plan for Gaza as Netanyahu demands full disarmament of Hamas before withdrawing. So Iran is winning the war, whether or not you like it or not. Iran has won. Without the complete disarmament, without the complete removal, without the complete replacement of the Iranian regime, the United States of America has lost the greatest conflict of its life. This means Iran is in full control. The Ayatollah and mullahs mock the United States of America. The world now knows America is no longer a dominant military superpower. Expect the US dollar to collapse without complete removal and winning and replacement of the Iranian regime.
Let's go to Jeremiah. You see what I'm saying? This is what all of his cabinet administration. This is, well, I'll say his generals. This is what all his generals were warning about. This is what all of his commanders were warning him about. You see what I'm saying? This is why you saw all these different generals and high-ranking officials being axed left and right from office. You see what I'm saying? This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Tazabawath, is wisdom no more in Teman? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. Right? It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not. Let me show you something real quick. All right. So, apparently, majority of Americans believe that Trump launched the war in Iran to cover up the Epstein scandal. All right. Again, I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. All right. Scriptures say, how are the things of Esau searched out, how his hidden things sought up. You know what I'm saying? Obadiah 1 and 6. You see? And it's this has spiraled out of control, and all these all these supporters of his, okay, like I said, they're in this position where they have to they're forced to admit that things are getting worse. They're forced to admit that. But at the same time, they can't openly say that this person that they've likened to a Messiah is the one that is directly bringing it upon them. You know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty much what I wanted to get, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not going to subject you to a whole hour of this guy yapping and screaming and all that stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? But the point is, all right, that this thing is unavoidable. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Prophecy is playing out. And you know what I'm saying? Only the elect, all right? Only those that are in this truth, that are in this sanctuary, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Only those of us who are in this sanctuary of faith and hope, you know what I'm saying, and the truth, to where we know what comes next. We know how this ends. You know what I'm saying? We understand the whole script and how it goes. We're not bothered by this. Okay? We're not bothered by it. Then there's oh man, how much time I got? I could squeeze that in here. So let me show you something else. Real quick. All right, bear with me. All right, so this is a video coming from Steve Ram. Okay, and understand that the rhetoric is being pushed, the narrative is being spun. All right, and we're about to see things escalate. Okay, because as I said, these Edomites are in a position where they can't go anywhere, man. You know what I'm saying? They know that this thing is getting worse and worse. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna have to come with something crazy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, something super crazy, right? So it's coming, man. It's coming. Let's hear Steve Ram. All right, because I'm gonna show you this video, then I'm gonna show you another video directly after it.
Today, August 7th, 2026, we're hearing that Iran has said that it's time for the United States to experience what it is like being hit with a missile on U.S. soil. Let's go and take a look at the latest headlines so that way you can see it for yourself. Today, 10 hours ago, Tehran preparing missiles capable of reaching the United States, clerics have said. Take a look here. A senior Iranian cleric said on Friday today that the Islamic Republic was preparing to increase the range of its missiles to 15,000 kilometers or 9,300 miles, which he said would allow them to reach deep into the United States. And take a look here. Moussa Vefard said Americans should experience what it's like to be hit by missiles, and also asserted that Iran's existing missiles could reach Jerusalem. So they're trying to expand this to hit the United States, and this is a threat directly to U.S. soil. Now, in addition to that, we're hearing that they are also threatening to hit all U.S. military bases in the region. Take a look. Iranian cleric warns Gulf states of missile attacks over U.S. reliance, and you can see the date on this is August 7th, 2026, coming out just 10 hours ago. So this is news coming out just today, and this aligns with what I've been sharing with you for quite some time. We've been hearing the IRGC saying that they want to take this out of the region, extend this across the world, and they want the death of the previous supreme leader, Ali Khamenei, to be avenged on U.S. soil with the shedding of U.S. blood. Take a look at the latest headlines with me. Now, you can see this was back in June. Witkoff Kushner were on their way to Qatar for Iranian talks as IRGC hardliners demanded that the dead supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, be avenged on American soil. And this is aligning with what we're seeing in just the past 10 hours. In addition to that, we've also heard this is why Donald Trump said Iran can never have a nuclear weapon. And Iran is saying that they have no choice but to get a nuclear weapon. Now, we have heard them say now that they want to get missiles that can reach all the way to the United States to bomb us so that we Americans can feel what it's like to be hit with a missile on U.S. soil. And they're saying they need a nuclear warhead to strap on to that as well. Let me know your thoughts, but this is a direct threat from the IRGC, not to our U.S. military bases in the region, not to military assets, but rather directly to U.S. soil. They said they want
Right. Right. So this is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. It says, "Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled. Woe to thee that dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee." All right. No matter what these people say, as they're trying to justify, you know what I'm saying, how these things have escalated and how it's gotten to this point, you see what I'm saying? No matter what they say, clearly the world has seen treacherous dealing on behalf of these Edomites. Clearly the world has been watching as these Edomites have violated deal after deal after deal, peace after peace talks, you know what I'm saying? While they're in the midst of talking, they attack. While they're in the midst of negotiating, they attack. You see what I'm saying? And the world has watched it. You see what I'm saying? And these people, like your boy Steve Ram right here, you know what I'm saying, to this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy from AMTV, you see what I'm saying? They cannot acknowledge, all right, the fact that they have done this. All right, that they have done this. And what you have is what's known as in the military. Okay, what you have is blowback. Okay, blowback. And blowback is essentially, you know what I'm saying, what you do abroad, it comes back. Okay, it comes back to the shore. The things that are done overseas eventually makes its way to the shores. You see what I'm saying? So let me look this up real quick. All right. Let's see. Real quick. Let's see. What's the energy term blowback? All right. So AI overview, it reads, in military and intelligence terminology, blowback refers to the unintended negative and often dangerous consequences of a covert operation or foreign policy that bounces back on the country or military forces that initiated it. Okay? Straight up and down, man. Straight up and down. It refers to the unintended, negative, and often dangerous consequences of a covert operation or foreign policy that bounces back on the country or military forces that initiated it. You see what I'm saying? So what you're sitting here saying, all right, pray for America, God bless America, you know what I'm saying? What do you think? Leave your likes and leave it in the comments and all that stuff, man. All right, these people don't understand that this is blowback, and this is what we're reading in the scriptures. I just read it in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 1. That's blowback. That is blowback. Let me read it again. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled. All right? And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. You see? Let's get this in Habakkuk. right, this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, "Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee? And thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. Because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and for all that dwell therein." You see? This is blowback. This is what we're looking at. All right? Now, what's very important here is that you got to remember these Edomites are cornered, okay, and they're in a position that they can't escape. So, what we may very well see is another FF event. You see what I'm saying? Another FLAAG. Okay? Similar to what went down in the year 2001. Right? So let's go here. Bear with me.
The United States is about to drop a bomb on its own soil, and frame Iran for it, to rally the troops of America to go off and fight for the pedophiles at the top. The United States is about to drop a bomb on its own soil, and frame Iran for it, to rally the troops of America to go off and fight for the pedophiles at the top. That's right. An intelligence leak has come through. The reason that Joseph Sumar relieved his duty of the USS West Virginia nuclear submarine was because he was approached by Pete Hegseth and the higher-ups in the Pentagon to carry out this mission, and he refused. He flat out told them that he refused to carry out that mission, that he would not drop bombs on American soil when there was no threat. This is what's coming. Just as the Black Swan event that happened in 9/11 was portrayed and was done by Israel and the United States so that they could attack Afghanistan and blame Osama bin Laden. None of that was true. Just as none of this, which they are saying on the news about Iran, saying that they are planning to attack U.S. soil with nuclear weapons. That is all a false flag. It is a false flag created by the United States government. This is what's coming. But the United States government has relieved that nuclear submarine commander, and the new one will definitely drop the bomb on American soil. This is what's coming. Do not be fooled. And to hide this, the United States government will 100% sink that submarine to the bottom of the ocean, and you'll never see any of those sailors again. That is what the American government is willing to do to hide their hand when it comes to underhandedness. So this is what's coming. There's a false flag. America will bomb the United States to frame Iran for it, so that the United States can rally the troops and send hundreds of thousands of American men and women off to be killed to fight Iran. This is what's coming. Prepare your families. Do not be deceived. It's a false flag and a hoax created by the United States.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I got to watch what was being said, but, I guess at this point it don't really matter, does it?
Prepare your families. We don't know where the bomb is going to drop, but the leak has come out and it's verified. So Be ready. God loves you.
All right. So what I did was, all right, while this gentleman was talking, I looked this up. Okay. And this is coming from taskandpurpose.com. Okay. The article reads, The Navy relieves USS West Virginia Marine Commander for quote unquote loss of confidence. Commander Joseph Sumar, all right, the man that he just mentioned, Commander Joseph Sumar, led the submarine's blue crew since August 2025. The commander of the Ohio-class ballistic missile submarine USS West Virginia was removed from his post last week after less than a year on the job, the Navy said over the weekend. Commander Joseph Sumar, the commander of the submarine's blue crew, was relieved of his command role by the head of Submarine Squadron 20 on Thursday, July the 30th. The Navy announced this August the 1st. No reason was given for Sumar's dismissal, save for, quote, loss of confidence in his ability to command, unquote. Okay? And that's all I'll read. But you have to remember, these Edomites are in a tough position to where they cannot move any further. And this war is getting less and less favorable. You see what I'm saying? Nobody wanted this war to begin with. And as this thing continued on, and he said it's going to be no more than 2 weeks, it turned into what? 7 months? 7 months we've been in this conflict. You see what I'm saying? And so, what has it done? It's cost soldiers, the lives of soldiers. It's cost ammunition. It's cost the bases, okay, all around the region. It has cost it has cost confidence in U.S. allies. All right, it has cost all these groceries to go up. You know what I'm saying? Loss of fertilizer. All right, the oil is skyrocketing. All these things are culminating, man. You know what I'm saying? So they have no choice. They got no choice but to get this thing popping. You see what I'm saying? Because they need an excuse. They need they need something, anything that can rally the troops, that can get the American people on board. You see what I'm saying? And if they get just the right scenario, and they can point that finger to these Persians, you see what I'm saying? Then they have their excuse, they have their reason, just as they did in the year 2001 in order to get us into Afghanistan and Iraq. Okay? So that's all I'm gonna do right there, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. But you need to pray. All right, pray and seek the Lord now, man. Excuse me. Seek the Lord now while you still can. All right, because this thing's about to pop off. These devils are being pushed to it. You see what I'm saying? They're being pushed to it, man. And like I said before, I said about a year, I think about a year and a half ago, okay, that these Edomites America is going to do something so egregious to where she will lose all of her allies. She's going to lose all of her allies. No one is going to want to deal with America anymore. All right? And aiming a nuke at your own, that could most certainly draw the line. You see what I'm saying? Because they know damn well that they can't. I'm I'm gonna just cut it there, man. I don't want to say too much. All right. I don't want to say too much. But I pray this lesson was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Seek the Lord while he may be found. All right. This is not a joke, man. It's about to get real in the field, man. So there's been your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. In closing, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Ruchah Kodash. All right. Your lives, I can't leave without saying this, man. People's lives are about to change forever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? These devils are about to crash the fuck out. Okay? Crash out, man. Seek the Lord now. Call on Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai before it's too late, man. You know what I'm saying? Before all hell breaks loose and there's no more listening to the prophets. All right. The Lord is going to remove us from the scene. The persecution is going to ramp all the way up. It's going to be on 10. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man. Shalom.